mean, I hope not. I mean, no. But let me fill you guys in a little bit. It kind of started right before I went to New York. Something essentially happened where my manager, to no fault of her own, like ghosted me. Well, let me explain. She had like an urgent private matter to deal with, which I fully respect. I love her to death. Let me give you some backstory. She's been my manager for 1.5 years-ish, but prior to that, we worked together for like 6+ years. So I've known her for like 8+ years. She is someone that I would trust with my whole life. I love her so much. She's the one I made the video where I got her a Birkin. I adore her. I adore her. I adore her so much. And she's one of the only people that I feel really knows me personally and from a business standpoint so well. And then one day, a little bit out of nowhere, she kind of had to go ghost mode to deal with something, rightfully so. But then also because of that, we could no longer work together. I miss her so much. I love her so much. I was just talking to her yesterday. She's amazing. I don't want to make it sound like beef because it's not beef, okay? She just had to deal with something, which shit happens. But because of that, and she was like she was like the glue to my business. She was the person who was holding everything and everybody together. And she was the funnel to me, right? No, guys, I didn't fire her. Are you good? And no, it's not Kim. Kim was a assistant. This is manager. Anyways, that happened. And because of that, the person that used to always be there to keep everything together was no longer there. And then I had to take on that role sort of, and things got really messy really fast. But sometimes restructuring like that just happens. I don't want to dwell too much on that. My point is more so that because I no longer had a manager, I had to go through the process of trying to find a new one. And that was really tricky and messy. And this happened at the same time that the podcast kind of also. So I'm trying to find a new manager, find a new producer, find a new social media person. There was a lot of hiring and interviews and this and that going on. And hey, that's also just part of life sometimes, right? However, I feel like I've stumbled into so many weird situations and like people trying to take advantage of me. And it's very hard to know whether or not you can trust someone, especially like with your business, with your money, with a portion of your income. And I feel like sometimes people are just trying to get you to sign a contract. I'm trying so hard to yap without saying anything like, anything drama baity. But yeah, I'm sure you guys can imagine. And to be honest, I feel like I have decent business acumen, but I am not a business person. I am a content creator. I like to meme. I like to giggle. I like to make people happy. That's all. And frankly, I'm a sensitive ass bitch. I am really a sensitive ass bitch. So when I have these people around me, these like older business people that are like pressuring me to do this and pressuring me to do that, I really don't do well under pressure. And it's just so sad because my manager, I loved and trusted her so much, and I felt like she kept me safe in so many ways. And then now I don't really know how to go about this. Guys, the other day, let me tell you something. When someone in Hollywood, in agency, managerial work, whatever, asks to call you, there's nothing that I hate more, because how it works is when they text and email something, it's like, oh, there's proof, there's receipts. But when they call you, they can say and do anything, and it's so fucking freaky. And the other day, I got a call that was like such weird bad vibes. I'm PMSing, so forgive me. It literally made me tear up. Like, Like, not that they even like said anything terrible or horrendous, but when just like the pressure and sentiment that someone gives you is like, makes you want to like curl up and yeah, it's like pushy and weird and it's odd. It's odd, right? Anyways, the reason that this kind of, the catalyst to me talking about all this was we've been spending a few weeks gathering potential hires for the podcast, interviewing people, which not my area of expertise, though I think I did okay. And it's a type of work that I'm not used to, which makes it a little more draining than things that I am used to doing, right? I'm not someone that I don't think I'm built to manage people. I'm too sensitive. It freaks me out. Anyways, long story short, we found a candidate that we really thought was a perfect fit for the podcast. She was so excited about it. I'd met her before. We were all excited to work with her. She knew the salary. We spoke about all the requirements. It all seemed like perfect, good to go. Let's go. Okay, and it's been a while that we're doing all this and working on hiring. And, she was like eagerly following up. And then we officially gave her the offer, which detailed things that like we had all already agreed upon. And then seemingly out of nowhere, she pulls like a full 180. Like actually a full 180. And goes, dude, I regretfully have to decline. What? The initial was great. The interview was great. It's been 2 weeks since the interview because we had other interviews to do. Initially I was like, oh, like, is it a salary thing? The salary's pretty good in my opinion. But no, she knew the salary from the jump. There was nothing new brought into the conversation. And did they provide an explanation? No. She was using it as a bargaining chip for another job. Actually, she is currently employed elsewhere. And maybe she was using it as leverage to get a pay bump where she's currently working. However, to be honest, in our meeting, there were certain things she mentioned about her current spot that made it sound like she didn't really want to work there anymore. I really don't know. But yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe she was leveraging it to work elsewhere, which, that's her right as a person. I just wish there was some inclination of that to some degree, because we kind of teed everything up to work with her, and now we have to redo the process of finding someone else essentially. So that's really unfortunate. But I'm really trying to be like, rejection is redirection. And it's kind of funny. I was talking to Lily about it because I'm like, this is so weird, like the 180. And again, this was someone I'd met before and someone that, we did interviews together. So I didn't read a bad vibe at all. So this so came out of nowhere. And I was like, should we follow up and like ask why? We're like, you know what? We should only work with people who like really want to work with us. But then again, I'm like, what if she's being held hostage? Because girl, here's the thing. It does feel a little unprofessional. If someone gives you a professional response, it feels unprofessional to be like, okay, but like, why? Tell me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if it's a personal matter, you can sometimes ask, but not so much so when it's work related. But yeah, I'm just so sad that the person I trust, okay, podcast aside, I'm just sad like the person I trusted the most in my business and for the longest time is no longer there for private matters that they have to attend to, and It just makes me feel so, like kind of alone in terms of decision making, and I hate that I'm so susceptible to pressure. I dead ass be getting business bullied into doing shit, but not anymore. Not fucking anymore. I think now I found my loophole, which is just never make a decision on the spot. Never, ever. And I think when I'm able to really sit with a potential opportunity or the prospects of working with someone, I can see if it turns into something I'm excited about or not. I'm really trying to hone in on the mantra of like, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. I have a rule to not make decisions near my period. Dude, that's what I'm trying to do, yeah. In the corporate world, IMO, we millennials are all gotta look out for number one because the company won't watch out for you. I get that. So, so those are kind of my business and podcast updates. But the upside is there was another producer candidate that we were pretty excited about. Kate Clips, thank you for gifting a sub. They had a little bit less production, like direct production team experience than the first person that we'd asked. But you know what? Maybe that'll work to our benefit. Maybe they'll be scrappier. Maybe they'll be more invested than someone who's had more corporate experience. Do you know what I mean? So either way, we are hoping to trial someone soon. And I hope SNS comes back soon.